What's up guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome to my channel. My name is Will and this is going to be a channel dedicated to the game Sorare. So if you don't know what Sorare is, I'm going to kind of explain it through just playing the game. So welcome to the channel. Firstly, if you'd like to like and subscribe on the video, that would be absolutely much appreciated. And if you are interested in signing up with Sorare, then use the link in my description down below. So what are we going to be doing today? We are going to be creating my lineups for the new game week, is the plan of action. So I've already started building my lineups in Sorare Data. If you don't use Sorare Data, I would highly recommend it. It is probably the best place for when you are utilizing Sorare in order to actually see what is going on and what we can actually achieve within the game week itself. So this is going to be game week 453. I have actually been playing Sorare for quite a while. If we have a look, I joined on the 27th of September 2021, so it has been a while. As we can see, I've got 101 cards in limited at the moment, and that is where I only play limited at the moment just due to the budget that I have within the game. So looking at the actual lineups themselves, as you can see, I always start off with kind of the lineups that are highest priority and the lineups that are most likely to reap the most rewards and the biggest benefit. Okay, so starting off with the current competition, which is obviously the Premier League in-season competition. As we can see, I've got a full Brighton stack just here. So when we're actually looking at the players themselves, if we go into my gallery, I've recently invested in a large amount of the Brighton team. So previously I had quite a small gallery. Obviously within the past few days I've invested a good amount of money and started this channel, and I want to bring you guys along and to show you how you can make money through the game and also how profitable the game actually is. So I have got the full Brighton stack pretty much, other than a few key players, but we are starting off with this team right here. In order to get the most out of the teams themselves, I like to use Play Sharper, which give you predictions on the teams and the team news, so we can obviously see what is going on in that regard, and then obviously in regards to Sorare as well, we can also have a look and see what the predicted lineup of the team is and their predicted scores, so on and so forth. So obviously, like I was saying, starting off Brighton stack, got Everton on the weekend, should theoretically win and should hopefully keep a clean sheet. So starting off in a good position with as long as Bart plays in goal. Okay, that is the one issue with the stack itself, is the rotation between Bart and Steele. As we can see when we actually look at the SO5 scores themselves, there's been quite a lot of rotation between the goalies, and trying to predict who's going to start in goal is obviously the hardest part of it all. But Premier League in season is what I am starting off with. Then I moved into All-Star, obviously going to be very important. Now this isn't a stack at all, this is a complete mix of players, but this is a mix of players that I have and kind of the best of the bunch that I don't want to prioritise in other lineups. So we can see obviously all different leagues, all different teams, but all pretty good scorers within themselves. I then moved on to the Champion America, which is going to be my MLS team for the week. So having a look at the actual MLS team itself, obviously Portland Timbers are playing Colorado Rapids. We don't really know what's going to be going on. It is the first game week of the MLS, which is why it's quite an exciting game week for myself. But I have opted with the full Portland Timbers stack, and I will be keeping an eye on Portland Timbers themselves. As we can see by the rating, the AA rating and single A rating, the lineup itself is pretty good, and we are in quite a good position to hopefully do pretty well in Champion America Limited. Now the only player is actually Darren Esprilla. I do have more as well. Esprilla on here is a 67% chance of starting is what they think. However, when we look on play sharper down at the MLS, which is why I would always recommend everyone utilises multiple different avenues in order to actually see who is going to be playing and who's going to be starting within the teams themselves. We can see that the predicted lineup, Asprilla is only 60%, and then we have Anthony, and then Mora is 30%. Now, when I was having a look at side, Mora is actually doubtful. He's got a minor toe injury, so thanks to Sorare for letting us know about that. But we can see that obviously Goldie's got 9%, Miller's got 9%, Williamson is on a 70%, Evander's on a 90%, Moreno's 9%. So going off of the team and other lineups, this is the lineup that I have put in play. Another strong lineup that I'm looking forward to seeing how it does this game week itself. We then have got Challenger Europe, so as you can see I won't click into this, but we have got a bit of a Standard Liège stack with 2 other Pro League players in there. Always good. If you don't have the actual stack themselves, then it's always quite useful to try and dictate the league that you're playing in and then just pick players from other teams, so you know they are all playing together, but not the strongest of lineups. Quite a budget lineup as well. We have the Champion Europe Limited, which I'm also looking forward to and is another one of my investments. So we have got the Athletic Bilbao stack in here. Unai Simon, Yuri, Galarreta, Inaki Williams and DeMarcos are all playing and should all start. Now, they are playing away from home against Real Betis, so it is going to be quite challenging, but the current form that Atletico Bilbao are in is looking very good after, I think it's three wins on the bounce. Let's have a look. So, unbeaten in the last 4, 2 draws, 2 wins. Obviously beat Girona at home. Tough game as well on the weekend. So the stack's looking pretty good, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the stack develops. I also, like I was saying with regards to my gallery itself and the investments that I made, was looking into the roadmap moving forwards and the future of Sorare, which is why I've invested into some of these other teams, which I'll get into in another video, as this is just a kind of welcome to my channel and my current lineups as to what is going on within the game itself. I then also have got my Cap 240 Limited, which is the FC, I'm going to butcher this, FC Kaiserslautern stack. I actually have the collection of the FC Kaiserslautern boys. Not doing the best in the Bundesliga 2 at the moment. As we can see, 37% odds on the 270. Cap reward, only 5% on the 340. I will probably go for the 270 reward. I did last week go for 340 and I was just a little bit off. If we have a look on last week's results, Cap 240. So I was played the stack and then played Wesley Hoyt, obviously playing against Rotherham for Watford. And sadly, with the goal conceded against Nuremberg, that just took me out of the running. Obviously, the clean sheet from Krau and the clean sheet bonus from Tomiak would have taken me over that edge. So it was a pretty good lineup. It did pretty well last week. We will see, obviously, this week how they do within the game week, and hopefully I can get that threshold. I will, like I say, most likely just go for the 270 threshold this week. Hit the threshold, get the $2, and then see where we go from there moving forwards. And last up, 220. Now 220 is pretty good this week. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously we've got Lucas Radecki, common card, AA rating, Bayer Leverkusen playing at Mainz, who are in 17th place. We then have Kraus and Redondo, who will both be starting for FC Kaiserslautern. Obviously when we have a look at the players themselves, 44% chance of them actually winning the game. And with regards to Redondo, he's been out of the team for a little while, been playing a lot as a sub, but he did start last week, and not only with the 60 decisive score, but with a 30 AA he's looking good. I actually did watch the game, and it's actually very nice and refreshing to see a player of his talent actually playing for a team that could potentially get relegated. So we might see a transfer in the summer as well for him. But he actually played very, very well that game, and definitely cemented his position in the team. And with only having a L15 of 33, he can slot in there perfectly. You can see, obviously, with the cap 220 limit, if you do play the game, I've still got 49 points. So main thing is Eric Williamson playing for the Portland Timbers over the weekend. He has a score of 0. He has been injured for the back end of last season. I want to say it was an ACL or hamstring injury. We can see he's had a lot of time out, but after looking at the Play Sharper, looking at the Sorare results, and actually listening to his interview online that he did the other day for Portland Timbers, he's pretty much a guaranteed starter, which is exciting, and it's good to see him coming back. Neville's obviously the new manager. They are planning on playing a more possession-based system, which is going to be very, very interesting, and should hopefully lead to a lot of possession on the ball. And then if we just get rid of the games he didn't play, so his past scores, a lot of possession on the ball, we can see he has scored some decent AA in the past in that defensive midfield role. So hopefully we will be able to see a lot of AA and a good performance from the Portland Timbers team themselves. So that is the actual team itself and my lineups for game week 453. If you do have any questions, then obviously do please let me know. Obviously, thank you if you are watching this, and welcome to the channel. I'm planning on making regular videos regarding Sorare. So if you have any questions or are interested in any of my tips, anything that you want to do or think you could help, or interested in buying any of the players that I have, then do just drop me a message or drop a comment on the video below. As you can see in my actual Sorare, you can follow me, and I have linked my Discord account just there as well if you are interested in dropping me a message. Like I said at the start, if you are interested in signing up to Sorare, then do utilise the link that is just in my bio to sign up. And thank you once again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the video.